Hi, Mark McNutt here, and happy Sun in Pisces. It's almost springtime. This is the last lunation of the year, and I'm going to be talking to you about the overview of the Sun and Moon in Pisces and conjunct Jupiter and the other planets and what that means. But bear in mind, this is an overview. I'm not doing sign by sign and the general sign stuff. That's not my thing. I like to do individual readings in depth for real people, and I'm really looking forward to doing yours again. So be sure to connect with me on that, and be sure to subscribe to Arius News as well. We're going to have many more exciting things happening here on our YouTube channel. So we're moving into Pisces, Sun and Moon, and Jupiter. So Pisces is a sign, it's the last sign in the zodiac. It's kind of like karmic compost. It's a completion mechanism. So those of you who've been feeling down in the dumps lately, it's like, well, you've probably been listening to the news and there's a lot to be sad for at this point. Pisces is about compassion. It's about going in on the deep end. And it's also the two fish swimming in opposite directions. So sometimes we really find ourselves at cross purposes at this time. Sun's conjunct Jupiter, we'll get back to that. Then there's a triple conjunction in Capricorn right now, which has everything to do with the wars and rumors of wars. Mars, Pluto, and Venus all conjunct at the tail end of Capricorn, and Mars and Pluto are going to be moving together for weeks on end and entering Aquarius together this weekend. Well, we'll begin with the new moon is the new beginnings time, and this is the last new moon of the solar year, meaning on March 20th we're going to have a whole new ball game with the sun going into Aries. It's New Year's for us astrologers on March 20th every year. And Aries is a power time, but before that we get to the dissemination and the dissolving that goes on with Pisces. So this is a good time to let go, to release. But the theme that we're coming into right now is hope moving into intention. Now, hope is a passive process mostly. It's like, oh, I hope it doesn't rain. Oh, this or that, and it can be pretty wimpy. But when you apply that with intention, like I intend to move the storm clouds from my life and project a really powerful energy, that's where we're talking about here. So we're not victims here. It's time to go beyond the surrendering to just waiting out a pandemic and waiting for things to get better. This is the time to actively vision your future and vision what you want to do with it. And that's what Pisces is about. It's a revisioning, and it's a revisioning into hope, into intention. So what is your intention for the coming year? This is like a New Year's resolution for us astrologers. Well, I could give you a few clues. The sun and moon moving together with Jupiter. Well, Jupiter is about expansion and growth and broadening their horizons. It's about truth, honesty, wisdom, and gets us in touch with our spiritual self, gets us in touch with our truth. Now, the catch of that right now is the duplicity of Pisces. There's truth, and then there's impressions, and some of those impressions can be really false. So watch out who you're believing at this time, and recognize that your beliefs are an active process. They're not a passive thing. Don't just listen to someone else who's telling you the news or who's telling you what's going on and just be like, oh, okay, that I resonate with that person, so therefore that's that thing. No, this is the time to cleave truth from lies. This is the time to cut out what no longer serves, because the sooner that we do that, the more we can visualize the intention into the future. So hope is a process where we get there. Hope is sort of like gathering our energy of intention so that we can project it into the future. So along with that, there's the triple conjunction in Capricorn, Venus, Mars, and Pluto. So Venus and Mars are a planetary pair. Mars is yang energy, about the blade, moving forward, God of War, the whole thing. And Venus is about relationship, how we harmonize with each other. Uh, in terms of personal relationships, this is a time to where you can expect a massive restructuring of your relationships because Pluto is conjunct Venus, and also at this time Mars conjunct Pluto brings on the drums of war and brings on really strong intentions, And what I've seen is the ones with the strongest, clearest intentions right now are going to be able to project those into the future. So don't just be waiting this out. This is not a passive process. The winter's over. It's time to grow the flowers of who you are in the springtime. For each individual, that's really different. So again, get that personal reading, or just even check in with me, because I would because there's a lot of clues, and I don't want to speak falsely by speaking too generally with too many people. But this is a power time. The wave is here. It's not like some wave is coming in the future. The wave came about a week ago and is going to continue to ride. We're going to continue to ride that wave into the next few weeks. Mars conjunct Pluto, really powerful. It's not just about the drums of war. It's also about the drums of intention, if you will. So Mars is yang energy, and Pluto is a higher octave of Mars. So there's a lot of powerful movement and transformation right now. We're not in a stuck place. If you believe we're in a stuck place, check it again, or get that reading, because the map is there for the future. We just have to be able to learn to read it. So in addition, so we're seeing the balancing of hope, of belief, whatever that belief is for you. And we're seeing another theme having to do with these three planets in Capricorn, and they're moving into Aquarius. Venus and Mars moving into Aquarius on Sunday gives light to that hope, really, because Venus is yin, Mars is yang. These two come together usually for a few days every year, but because of Venus' recent retrograde, Venus and Mars are conjunct for a month. And this goes on. We're just right in the middle of another 2 weeks to go. So this is a powerful time, particularly as they enter new signs. The old paradigm can be buried. Something new can be projected. Mars conjunct Venus is an uptick in social life. It's a unification. It's a strong connection. Strong yin, strong yang. And you can see where you can be at the fulcrum of making a choice either way. If you don't choose actively, what happens is you end up being the victim. You end up being, the recipient of whatever. So this is the time to claim that power and to do something really intense and really move that energy, And so I'm just going to keep it brief today, because there's a few things we want to look at. Basically, that new moon goes to this lunation goes until early April, and on April Fool's Day, it's going to be really moving into powerful action. So right now, we're hoping for things so that we can clarify our intentions and act on them, and that's what we have coming up ahead. We're not victims. We're not. We don't have to sink right now. We can swim laps around the pool. So this is a powerful time to unify what your fishes are and get them moving as a school together. So I encourage you with that. Live your dreams, empower yourself through your intentions, and get that reading and subscribe and like this channel, because I like to do it and I like to hear from you.